I think he saw a misguided son of the church. I truly believe he saw me as his own son, and that's how he loved me. I mean, he really loved me and spent time with me and fathered me back into the church.
The greatest evangelizer of our time has been Pope John Paul II. The second in my mind is Archbishop Chaput. He's consistent, he's strong. Here's a man that loves his church and loves his vocation and wears it very, very beautifully.
Archbishop Chaput invited us to come to Denver. He said, you have to come and see what Focus does. Come to this conference, it's a regional conference. We went and we saw busloads of kids, college kids, arriving for a weekend to listen to inspirational speakers, to do all-night adoration, lined up by the hundreds for confession.
I came to know Focus 20 years ago when Curtis Martin came through Rapid City, where I was the bishop, on his way to Denver for World Youth Day with Pope John Paul II. When I met Curtis and heard about his dream, I was attracted right away because I thought the work with young adults on the college campuses was extraordinarily important for the new evangelization.
Archbishop has impacted my life in many ways, but if I had to narrow it down to maybe two, I would say his radical authenticity. Even from our first of meetings, and so many people could say this, he would ask pointed questions and be searching for pointed answers. And that always struck me of how real he was, and he's challenged me to be more authentic in my life. And the second part would be his commitment to God. He's just been a man of prayer, in good times and in bad, and he's had many of both. He's always loved Christ first, and he's wanted the world, including me, to be able to love Christ, and he's led by example.
Archbishop Chaput values every person that he encounters. He values their story, and he is a true father.
Archbishop Chaput was a great blessing in my life at a time when I was making big decisions on my vocation, on career, and he really helped ease anxieties, helped me put my ego aside to really seek the Lord's will. Great blessing, a true hero of mine.
All the Christian life is a gift, and my relationship with the Archbishop has been a gift. I don't know why, I didn't deserve it, but for some reason he took an interest in me and in Focus, and that has never ended. He's been a spiritual father to me and to Focus throughout the entire tenure of our work.
The new evangelization isn't about the content of our faith, it's about living that more faithfully and clearly and simply, and to do it with a new kind of ardor and intensity which will attract people.
I would think that a college student would be surprised to know that at one point he sat where you sit, and that if you look at his life and the leadership and path he took, gives you great hope on the opportunities before you.
The prodigal son story took on a whole new meaning for me after that experience with him, because of his patience with me and his humility with me and his willingness to take responsibility for the failures of the church and practice in my life. That was very healing to hear coming from a bishop.
Archbishop Chaput is a tireless apostle of Jesus Christ. He has just never been anything but a man for the church. He has lived outside of himself the entire time that I've known him. He's lived for truth, he's lived for love. He's wanted to help the poor, and he's wanted to recognize and help the world to recognize that the church is God's extension of himself into the world.